So it looks like Arsenal have reportedly made Morgan Rogers their top forward target with an approach to Aston Villa soon to be expected. Now, there have been no club to club talks yet. Villa do not want to sell, of course they wouldn't, and any agreement could cost Arsenal more than £100 million. That's a lot of money, especially after Arsenal have already agreed a deal for Christos Solis. But Rodgers is not simply just another winger. He brings size, power, direct running, goals, and the ability to turn harmless possession into a dangerous attack within seconds. So, who is Morgan Rogers? How does he play? And why does Mikel Arteta believe he could transform Arsenal's left-hand side or in the attacking midfield area? So, Morgan Rogers, 23 years of age, right-footed, current England international playing for Aston Villa at the time of this video. He currently stands at 1.87 meters and he has the frame of a powerful forward but the movement of an attacking midfielder. He can operate as a number 10 from either wing or even as a second striker. After developing at Manchester City and spending several seasons out on loan, he rebuilt his career at Middlesbrough before Villa signed him back in 2024. His rise since then has been rapid. In the 25-26 Premier League season, Rodgers started 37 matches, scoring 10 goals and providing 6 assists. And across all competitions, he finished with 14 goals and 11 assists, helping Aston Villa to win the Europa League. Now, when you look at those numbers, especially in the Premier League, it's pretty strong. But his specific playing profile explains why Arsenal are pursuing him so aggressively. So, taking a look at that playing profile, I would say the easiest way to understand Morgan Rogers is this. He is a ball carrier first and a traditional creator second. Rogers receives between the lines, uses his body to protect possession, rolls his marker, and then he can accelerate towards the goal. He almost invites contact because he trusts his strength to survive it. Once he turns, defenders have a serious problem. His long strides, close control, and upper body power allow him to travel through challenges rather than simply moving around them. And that directness is the main attraction, I believe, for Arsenal. Arteta's team can dominate possession, but against compact defenses, their attacks can occasionally become controlled and predictable. Rodgers introduces controlled chaos. He can collect possession in the left half space, beat the first defender, and force the entire defensive block to collapse towards him. That can create space for an overlapping fullback, a striker inside the penalty area, or Bukayo Saka isolated against one defender on the opposite side. Rodgers is also a genuine goal threat. Registered 84 shots and scored 10 Premier League goals from 6.8 expected goals last season. His ball striking is powerful, he needs very little backlift, and he is confident attempting shots from distance. Arteta would probably refine his selection, however. Nearly half of his attempts came from at least 20 meters. I think you guys will remember throughout the season, he was going through a patch where he was scoring a lot of goals from in and around the edge of the box. Arsenal may encourage him to take fewer low percentage shots and arrive inside the penalty area a bit more frequently. Rodgers is not an Erdegaard-style controller who wants to manage every possession. His passing can always be riskier, but he can produce sharp through balls, cutbacks, and quick combinations around the centre forward. He recorded 6 assists, created 13 big chances, and averaged 1.3 key passes per game. His positioning is also important. Around 45% of his Premier League minutes last season came from the left. He started 15 matches on that side and produced 5 goals and 3 assists, the same number of goal involvements he recorded across 21 central starts. His best moments already come when he begins from the left, drives inside onto his stronger right foot, and can attack the central space. Out of possession, he possesses the athleticism to press and recover. He averaged 1.1 tackles and 3.8 recoveries per game, while his ability to regain possession high before immediately driving forward suits Arteta's aggressive approach. Now, of course, like with any player, there are still weaknesses. His successful dribble rate was only 36%. He regularly loses possession, attempting ambitious actions, and his passing accuracy was approximately 75%. Arsenal's structured possession game will demand cleaner decisions, but Arteta cannot remove all of that risk, right? The unpredictability is the point. Zolis would give Arsenal a more natural wide scorer, for example. Rodgers would provide power, central penetration, and positional flexibility. Together, they would offer Arsenal completely different solutions, especially on that left-hand side. Now, in terms of my verdict, listen, I'll say Morgan Rodgers, he's not going to be a cheap signing, and he's not yet a perfect player. Do I think he's even worth that amount? Of course not, and I don't think many players actually are. But, as everyone loves to say, Premier League proven, physically dominant, tactically flexible, and capable of producing goals from several positions. And most importantly, he can receive the ball under pressure, break through the midfield line, and carry his team 30 meters up the pitch by himself. The fee, as I mentioned, may ultimately decide whether his transfer happens, but the footballing logic is obvious. Morgan Rodgers would not simply add depth to Arsenal's attack, he could change the way that it functions. So for me, I would say it'd probably be a really good signing for Arsenal going forward, especially if that's the kind of way that Mikel Arteta wants to play next season, and also just adding some depth and some variety to that forward line. But if you're an Arsenal fan, let me know what you guys think about Morgan Rodgers. Is he going to be a good signing for you guys? Is he someone you even want? Do you want someone else? Let me know. Keep the same energy. Stay blessed. Catch you guys real soon. Peace.